This is the Jillian Grace Show, Vibrational Architect. I teach the discipline of redesigning the internal patterns that shape your love, your relationships, and the life you quietly know you were meant to live. Whether you're moving through familiar emotional cycles or you're a high achiever who senses there's more available to you, you're in the right place. This is where people learn to master the architecture of their lives and release the patterns holding them back from their inner blueprint. Each episode ends with a guided transmission to anchor the vibration we're working with so you can fully step into becoming the architect of your own life. Join me, Jillian Grace, as we pull back the layers and rebuild the vibration you were always meant to live from. Hello, and welcome to the Jillian Grace Show. Today we're going to talk about something that's happening everywhere, quietly, painfully, and universally, but almost no one knows how to name it. It's what happens when you outgrow your partner. You outgrow the people you're surrounded with. So what happens when you're doing the work to expand, to really work on your vibration, to become more powerful, more authentic, more conscious, more emotionally regulated, and the person you love is staying exactly where they've always been? This is an episode for everyone out there who feels themselves rising and feels that the relationship is straining under that rise. And I want you to hear me clearly. This is not just your story. This is a collective story. This isn't just happening because of something that you've done. This is the world shifting. The frequency of the earth is rising, and authenticity is becoming the new requirement for being part of the world that's unfolding. So let's go on. The moment you realize that you're in the middle of outgrowing someone is not a single moment. It's a slow widening of the gap. You start to notice things you used to tolerate. You start to see patterns you used to excuse. You start to feel the weight of all of the emotional labor that you carried without thinking. You're loving, you're evolving, you're becoming more conscious, more grounded, more heart-led. And suddenly, the relationship that once felt aligned now feels uneven. You're rising, they're resisting, and the dynamic begins to strain. This is the first sign. Your soul is moving forward and the relationship is at a standstill. Why this happens? This is something that's both energetic, spiritual, and emotional. When one partner evolves, the energetic contract between the relationship changes. They're no longer matching their wounds. You're matching their potential. You're reflecting through your growth what they have the opportunity to step into and become on their own, or what they can choose their free will to stay behind and make different choices with the information in front of them. Your nervous system, it stabilizes. Your clarity sharpens. Your heart starts to open. Your frequency rises. And their system, it feels the shift. It's not just relational, it's spiritual, it's collective. We're in a global awakening of authenticity. I've talked about this many times. That authentic self has to come out. The old wounds, the old karma, the things that were family patterns, they have to be broken right now so we can get on the course of where we were meant to be as a collective. And people are being pulled out of their mind. They're being pulled out of fear. They're being pulled out of ego. They're being pulled out of survival mode and back into the heart, where living should always have been focused. Those who are living from the heart are being magnetized towards others that are living from the heart. And those who are stuck in the mind are feeling the pressure of a world they can no longer control. Logic, avoidance, and emotional shutdown. That's what they're seeing happen in front of them. And those who are stuck in the mind are feeling the pressure of a world they can no longer control with logic, avoidance, or emotional shutdown. The frequency of the earth is rising. Growth is no longer optional. It's inevitable. And relationships built on old patterns that cannot survive that new consciousness start to dismantle in a way to show the partner that's stuck in the mind what needs to be done in order for them to step into the new process. Now, this is what starts to happen when you're in a partnership and you're outgrowing them. When someone feels exposed by your evolution, they reach for the oldest tools they have, not because they're bad, because they're scared. They start blaming you because blame is far easier than self reflection. They say that you're too much. They say that you're the one who changed. They say that being with you makes things harder. Blame becomes a shield. And then they gaslight you. And I hate that word. I never used to use that word, but it's become a lot more apparent as I'm watching some things unfold with many people that I'm working with, that that's actually a real thing right now that's surfacing because it's a coping mechanism. So they gaslight you, often unintentionally. They rewrite history. They deny things that they clearly said. They minimize your experiences. They tell you you're overreacting. They tell you we're never seeing things for what they were. Your clarity threatens their denial. They become hurtful and reactive. There's sharp comments that start to be made, coldness. They withdraw. They become irritable. They pick fights over nothing. This is not about you. It's about their internal collapse. They project their wounds onto you. They accuse you of the very thing they're doing. They tell you that you're being controlling, that you're too intense. Projection is a wound trying to escape responsibility, and that eventually will fall away as well, because we can't stay lost in a lie anymore. None of us. It's not how it moves forward. Now, I often talk about when you're in a relationship, it's always a reflection of something that's within you. There's also moments of when you grow, what happens to the people that are around you. So there's a way to tell the difference between if it's your stuff and it's their stuff. So how to tell if your wound is your trauma or theirs. This is the cleanest diagnostic you're ever going to hear. If you feel triggered, then it's your trauma. If you feel bewildered, then it's theirs. When it's your trauma, you feel angry and activated and flooded and defensive and familiar pain to what they're experiencing. Your body recognizes this pattern because it's yours. So you see the reflection in the individual, you have it as well, and it creates this crescendo that starts to link together and cause this response. That's when you know that it's your trauma. That's when you know it's something coming up for you to work on and heal. When it's their wound, you feel confused. You feel betrayed. You feel like something doesn't make sense. You feel like you're being accused of something you didn't do, like you're watching someone else's emotional movie that somehow you got stuck in as a main character, but you never signed up for the job. If you genuinely don't understand their reaction, it's because you're not inside the wound. They are. You can't understand what was never yours. And they're reflecting it onto you because it feels safer to be blinded by it than to see themselves. The pain of becoming more powerful. People think growth feels good. It doesn't, not at first. It feels like guilt for evolving. It feels like grief for the old version of you. It feels like the fear of the power and all of that you've brought towards you and what it will cost you. It feels like loneliness at the top of your own expansion. It feels like heartbreak when your partner refuses to meet you there. But your power isn't the problem. Their resistance is. You're not too much. You're just no longer willing to be less. And that's why this is happening to so many people right now, because our authenticity on this earth is awakening, because the world is shifting from the mind to the heart, from the fear to the truth, from survival to consciousness. People who are living from the heart are being pulled towards others that are living from the heart. Those who are stuck in the mind, in ego, in avoidance, and emotional shutdown, they're being forced to confront themselves. The earth's frequency is rising. The collective vibration is shifting. And relationships built on old patterns, they are not going to survive a new consciousness. This isn't personal, it's evolutionary. You're not imagining it. You're not alone, and you're part of a global recalibration. How to cope without shrinking. So here's a part that I think we all need the most. It's the path forward. So, the best way to not shrink is to tell yourself the truth. I'm evolving, they're not. This is real. Denial is the first thing that keeps people stuck. The second thing, you've got to stop managing their emotional experience. Their discomfort is not your responsibility. Them seeing what they've caused is not something you have to soften or buffer. You cannot heal someone who refuses to look at themselves. Third, you got to stay in your heart, not in your fear. The heart knows your truth. Fear knows the past. Be aware that if you find yourself in one of these situations, it's not because every door is shutting for you, it's because new ones are aligning for you. And the future of what you step into is going to match that focus. Know that's coming to you. Fourth, hold your standards without apology. Evolution is an invitation, it's not a threat. If they rise, you grow together. If they don't, you free each other. Fifth, build a support system of heart-centered people. You need others who are also rising, not people who are resenting or resisting their or your expansion. You'll find them. Open your heart and start to move forward. Everyone will show up. Sixth, let the relationship recalibrate or release. Not from anger, not from punishment, but from truth. Stay in your center. Don't get caught up and don't take on their trauma, even though it's probably something you have been doing for a long time. Learn the difference and move forward. Seventh, remember you're not abandoning them. You're honoring yourself. And honoring yourself is the highest frequency on this planet. Eighth, anchor into the bigger picture. This is not just about your relationship. It's about your soul aligning with the world that's coming and with the truth that's unfolding inside your heart. A world where authenticity is currency. A world where heart-led people find each other. A world where consciousness is the new baseline. You're not losing your partner. You're losing the version of yourself that kept a relationship alive. And that is sacred. So in closing, you're not too much. You're not dramatic. You're not imagining the shift. You're evolving, you're awakening, and you're aligning with the frequency of a world that is unfolding. And those who refuse to evolve will feel the pressure until they rise. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. You are not meant to shrink. And those who refuse to evolve will feel the pressure until they choose to rise. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. You are not meant to shrink to keep love. You were meant to rise so love could meet you. This is your invitation. It's your evolution. It's your truth. And I promise you, you're not alone. Lastly, I always take the opportunity to give you a short guided transmission so you could anchor in this new energy, you could anchor in your truth, and you can allow that frequency and vibration to become alive within you. So I invite you to take a moment to sit down, find a comfortable, quiet place so we can begin. Take a slow, deep breath in and let it fall out of your body. Again, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw soften. Let your chest open up just a little more than it was a moment ago. You've been carrying a lot, more than most people will ever understand. And right now, you get to put it down. Place one hand on your heart and one on your lower belly. Feel the rise. Feel the fall. Feel the truth of your own existence beneath your palms. You are here. You are safe. You are held. Let your breath deepen into the hand on your belly. Let your awareness soften to the hand on your heart. Your body knows truth long before your mind does. Your heart knows the path before your fear catches up. Let your heart lead. On your next exhale, imagine releasing everything you've been holding that doesn't belong to you. The blame, the rejection, the confusion, the projections, the emotional weight that was handed to you because someone else couldn't hold it on their own. Let it fall off your shoulders. Let it move down your spine. Let it melt out of your hands. You don't have to carry what was never yours. Breathe in and breathe out. Let it go. Now imagine a soft light, whatever color feels like truth to you. Let that light glow in the center of your chest. This is your frequency, your essence, your clarity, your evolution. With every breath, let that light expand. Let it fill your chest. Let it fill your ribs. Let it fill your spine. Let it fill your entire body. This is who you're becoming. This is who you've always been. This is the version your soul has been waiting for. You are not too much. You're finally enough for yourself. Now gently bring to mind whatever person that you've been outgrowing or that you're shifting and growing into your own self and watching them stand in their fear. Focus on them, not with anger or resentment, just with truth. See them standing in front of you. See them holding their own wounds, their own fears, their own limitations. Say silently or out loud, I release what's not mine. I return what belongs to you. And I reclaim what belongs to me. Feel the energetic contract between both of you dissolve. Not in a dramatic way, in a peaceful, inevitable way. You're not abandoning them. You're returning to yourself. Now anchor into your new world. A world built on authenticity. A world built on heart. A world built on truth. And a world built on frequency, not fear. Feel yourself rooting into that world. Feel your energy aligning with it. Feel your heart sinking with a new vibration rising across the planet. You're being pulled towards your purpose. You have to move towards that pull. It's the only way to help them to move too. You're not being separated by love. You're aligning with a higher version of it. You're not losing anything. You're becoming someone. Now take one more deep breath and hold it, and then release. And repeat after me, silent or out loud. I trust my evolution. I trust my heart. I trust the path unfolding beneath my feet. I am not behind. I am not alone. I am rising. Now let that settle into your body and let it become the new baseline for your nervous system. And whenever you're ready, take a deep breath and gently open your eyes. You are here, you are whole, and you are home. Thank you so much for taking a moment to share in this activation with me. I hope all of you out there that are struggling with any level of loss or any level of connection, that you understand that you're not alone and that we will all find each other, but we need to grow and we need to step into our power. And it's time. As always, I love all of you so much. Thank you for listening. And I really want to ask all of you to share this with someone that you think it could help. My name is Jillian Grace, and I'll chat with you next week. Let this episode settle into your system. And if someone in your life is moving through their own patterns or stepping into their next level, send this episode to them. The vibration you're integrating becomes stronger when it's shared. And if you feel called, liking the show or leaving a review helps this work to reach people who are meant to find it. I'm Jillian Grace, and I'll meet you in the next episode as we keep rebuilding the blueprint that you were always meant to live from.